Anyway, we're almost done with Cragley. He yatters a bit here, and then he reappears at the end of the chapter, and that's kind of it. I don't really want to cure poison. Never mind. So. Here's a room where we need a sprout on our head to get through. We do not currently have a sprout, so we can't go this way. And there's a tiny pipe we can't go through. And there's a room where we can get sprouts put in. Sort of. However, in here, we need a keycard, or access to that tiny gap. So we need to be able to shrink ourselves. Where do we go to shrink ourselves? Well, that's a set of pal pills that you really don't want to get. Here's a locked door we can't go through, and it doesn't look like there's anything else there, but if you check in the right place, bam. Have to pick one of those guys up, because otherwise you're not heavy enough for the switch. Now there's a massive labyrinth of rooms full of enemies through that door. And I assume that somewhere okay. Come on. This is getting annoying now. I assume that somewhere in the labyrinth is a clue, but blowed if I'm investigating it enough to find the clue, because that's actually all you need to do is find that skull, one random piece of background graffiti, and fleep it. Note that there's no indication there of the usual indicator for fleep spots. This was the point at which my patience for this game started to wear thin. Actually, I think this was the point where my patience for this game wore through. Anyway, that looks like a pixel, doesn't it? Anyway, rather than ask us whether we're a threat, these two have this incredibly long conversation. So they finally notice So this is the pretentious pixel. No, I didn't want to go back through the door. But now we can shrink. Which means you can go through here to get the keycard. I don't really know why this is a keycard rather than just a shrinky door. Or just a locked door that we can sneak through by being small. Anyway, this is the room where you don't want to have pal pills. That was the wrong input. Because it can cost you a lot of points if you happen to land. Because pal pills, if they run sideways into an enemy, they kill that enemy and are spent. But if they land on an enemy, they bounce on it, just like you do. And you can get them bouncing on here and just everything goes to hell. Also, off to the left, and we're not going to go get it because it's just a liability, is the monster card for infected Kragnons, meaning you do double damage to them, which is effectively an insta-kill if you land on one. So we're not going to do that, because that would be a good way to lose a lot of points. And there's another boss fight. And it's the same stuff, except now Ochunks has the plant stem that we need. There's another really laboured joke. But this fight is actually annoying. So what we're going to do... Where is it? Is use this. Because it basically makes us invulnerable. And it makes that a lot easier. The reason for doing that is because his grab attack gets really, really fast, and he starts doing it after every jump. It makes his attack patterns much harder to manage. So, and then he's too hungry to fight us again because why not some other ridiculousness? But that just makes that fight a lot quicker and less stressful. And Dementio's still scheming. But now we can get past that scanner. I don't know why the Flora base is basically the X-Naught base from oops, from Thousand Year Door, but what the heck. Anyway, here here's a particularly tiresome puzzle. I didn't want to do that. What you have to do is make these switch boxes match the pictures. I didn't want to go back out the door, video game. Anyway, we've done one. Actually, have we? Of course it fucking resets the puzzle. Don't do it! Ah. Right, technically that one is blue, so I shouldn't need to adjust it. This one has no broken floor marking for some reason, but it works exactly the same way. And here is the boss. I don't know why flowers are digging in a mine for jewellery. It seems kind of counter-tone, really. Like, flowers are supposed to be beautiful without jewels. Anyway, he pulls a false equivalence, because why not? We need this beautiful thing to save the world, you want it because it's beautiful, so we're the same. this boss fight is super annoying. So... Oh no, Mighty Tonic is the thing I want. And this works with a wanking motion. Because Wiimotes, of course. That'll do for phase 1. That's not going to work. There we go. And that's why you occasionally make use of buffing items. I probably didn't need both of them, but what the heck. So now we get the full backstory and why it was important to note that guy at the start who was throwing crap in the river. The Kragnons poisoned the king, and so he went mad. But also somehow masterminded the scheme to stop the Kragnons polluting the water by capturing them all. I don't know. There's a contradiction in there somewhere. And then somehow Cragley comes out of it looking good. And conveniently, it turns out that the king was entrusted with the cussed pure heart precisely to give it to us, and everybody knows about this, so here it is. This chapter is nonsense and really annoying. At least my pixel dance troupe is getting big though.